Hey Pisces, long time no see. Where have you guys been hiding? Hey Pisces, thank you for checking out my channel for the Love of Water Tarot. It's your girl Chianti, and it's been quite some time. It's been over a month actually. Um, but I felt it was time to go ahead and give us a reading. Again, this reading is gonna be for Pisces, my baby sharks. I've truly missed you guys. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, as well as cross watchers, okay? It is a general read. Everything I say won't resonate for every last single one of us. It shouldn't, okay? Um, but if I do get it right for you, take care of your girl with the like, comment, subscribe, and share. I'm not going to advise you to email me to book me for a private reading. I want to get caught up on some things, and I want to try to do privates in the form of live streams. So for now, I'm going to try to keep the private readings till the lives. I'm going to try to schedule lives and go lives and do it that way just until I get some things in my life worked out and figured out. I thank all of you guys who've been checking on me. I am okay. I have been sick, but I am doing much better now. And I thank you guys for your prayers and your support. Let's go ahead and see what's going on with you guys. Let's see what messages Spirit has for us, okay? What's going on for Pisces? Spirit, what's going on? Okay, so Pisces, I feel like right now, in the present, with the Knight of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune, some of you could definitely be dealing with a fire sign. But Pisces, it feels like there is a change from if I want to say chaotic. It may not necessarily be chaotic, but the Knight of Wands is an energy where nothing is really set in stone, right? Things are still up in the air. Now, this could be dealing with chaotic people. Okay, this could be dealing with chaotic situations. This could literally be dealing with Knight of Wands energy, right? People who are flighty, in and out, reckless, impulsive, right? Game players and things like that. You're getting a lot of strong Sagittarius energy, but in the present right now, Pisces, there is an energy of the Wheel of Fortune being here. So I do feel like there's a change in this, right? I feel like this energy is changing in the present moment. It's currently, the Wheel of Fortune is currently, it feels very much like if there's a change in that energy here. For sure. And I feel like that's what's happening in the present. I feel like things are going from being, for whatever reason, Pisces, from possibly very hectic and chaotic and kind of all over the place. And some things are up in the air here. Some things are up in the place, up in the air there. That is changing here. I heard it's the season of that. It's the season. Give me more for Pisces. What's the problem here? Okay. The Three of Wands. So some of you are definitely dealing with a fire sign, or this is definitely dealing with energy about it's a lot of fire energy coming up. So it's definitely feeling very much inspiration. The Three of Wands feels like with the problem being the Three of Wands here for us, it definitely feels like some things that we've been waiting to come in. You know what, Pisces, it feels like there's changes happening right now, and it feels very much like it's long overdue. That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing long overdue. Yep. Yeah. Two of Swords. See, it definitely feels like there's some things that's like just been up in the air. This could be decisions that you've been waiting on. It could even be one of those things like Pisces where like it's like you can't make a firm decision about what's next until things settle, because there's definitely an energy of some things being very much up in the air, possibly chaotic here, right? But that is changing. And I feel like the problem is with the Three of Wands is that there is some change. It is changes that you've been waiting on, because I do feel like you're very inspired to do some things. The Two of Swords under here tells me that you could be waiting on decisions, or you could just be waiting. If the Two of Swords makes me feel like an energy of waiting on something and not knowing exactly when something is going to hit. Put it where it goes, Pisces, because that's just what I'm channeling here. Give me some. What our conscious? What's going on with our conscious right now? The Queen of Wands. See, Here it is. Pisces, some of us are definitely dealing with the fire sign. I got all fire sign cards. I had Aries, Leo, Sag. Pisces, I feel like what's going on in our conscious is that we are ready. We are ready to take some sort of action. We are inspired to take some sort of action. To take some. The Queen of Wands is active. She's busy, right? For sure. She's driven. She's motivated. See, Pisces, I don't feel like you lack motivation. I feel like the problem is that some things that you have been waiting on here, and you've been waiting on your ships to come in. And there's something here about very much being very motivated, very driven, and very determined to do some things. But I do feel like the problem is that you could be waiting on things that are outside of your control, right? Especially with the Knight of Wands energy here. Yep, the Magician. Pisces, I feel like you're ready to make magic happen. You're ready to get busy. You're ready to get active. You're definitely, and for some of you, it could be very much because summer, right? Because summer, it could be summer goals and activities. It's definitely some issue you want to accomplish here. Give me some about our subconscious. The Five of Wands. Pisces, all fire sign energy. What is this about? Some of you are definitely dealing with a fire sign. If you're not dealing with the fire sign, Pisces, this has everything to do with some things that you are inspired to do, about something about your fire, your motivation, something that's driving and motivating you. Pisces, I feel like with the Five of Wands being the like the unconscious thing happening here, it just feels like a lot of conflict, a lot of varying factors, right? Yes, whatever's going on with you, Pisces, there's a lot of moving parts and varying factors. I do feel like there's a people involved. There's more than it's about more than just you. And I feel like the things that you are ready to do, the ships that you are waiting to come in, because you are very much motivated to do some things. You're determined to do some things. I feel like the Five of Wands here, it has everything to do with others being involved, right? Yeah, and look, the Eight of Wands is under here. I know I'm right. Lots of fire energy. For some of you, it's definitely waiting on certain communication. For some of you, could literally, I hate to say it like this, but it could be waiting for somebody to grow up too, right? Or rise to the occasion or get to a certain level. Some of you could be waiting on somebody to get fed up and get tired of some ish too. I don't know why I picked that up, but I just did. What was going on in the past for us, Spirit? The Two of Wands, Pisces. I've never had this happen to me in a read. This is all fire sign cards coming out. Pisces, in the past, I feel like there was already, I feel like with all these wands being here, with all this passion, with all this creativity, with all this motivation and this determination, Pisces, I feel like in the past with the Two of Wands, you were already sure of what direction that you wanted to take some things in, right? I do. I feel like the spark is already lit. The fire, the driven, the passion for something is already there. The past, I feel like you made a decision in the past already which direction that you wanted to go in. There's a King of Cups on there for sure. Pisces, I feel like in the past you were definitely very much aware of what emotionally made you feel good, right? Yeah. For some of you, if this is about love, Pisces, if this is about love, there's no lack of passion between you and someone. If this is about love, you are just as motivated and burning hot for someone, for sure. Like you are motivated and driven, but it is something about some sort of change of a situation where I feel like things are still up in the air, like the energy of things being up in the air or chaotic or all over the place. It's changing, but it's changing slowly. The Wheel of Fortune is turning. It's changing. It's some things that you've been waiting on, right? And I do feel like you are more than our conscious is the Queen of Wands, right? We're ready. We're ready. If it's about love, it's definitely someone you're sure of. I do feel like it has everything to do with the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is all about divine timing, right? And I do feel like there's some things that hasn't happened on your time, but it's because of a Knight of Wands energy. Put it where it goes. If this is about love, you're definitely just as attracted to somebody and driven and passionate about someone. It feels like there's circumstances that's beyond your control and you're having to wait for a change here because you already decided on this person. Pisces, this does not have to be about love though. This could just be what you're planning to do for yourself, right? Your future, what you're motivated to do, what you're driven to do, what you're passionate about. Let's get some for the future energy here. Near future. The Four of Cups and the Queen of Swords. Okay. So Pisces, in the near future, I feel like with the Four of Cups and the Queen of Swords being under the deck, I feel like the near future, you're with the Queen of Swords here, there is something that you're like, there's a disappointment. I don't want, you know what, I don't feel like it's necessarily a disappointment, Pisces, but it definitely feels like bored and discontent about something here. The Queen of Swords here, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy is definitely giving me the energy where you may have to really make some head over heart decisions. You may have to speak your mind or make some head over heart decisions here, or really think about something analytically here. Because Pisces, there is, I just heard like if you're not satisfied in the future, and Pisces, you know what? Whatever's going on right now, you're already knowing, and I feel like this is you already telling me that you've made up your mind that with the Four Cups, if you continue to be bored or discontent or dissatisfied with the situation in the future with the Queen of Swords, you've already made a decision about what you're going to do. You're already knowing in the near future that you're going to make some head over heart decisions about what you're unpleased with. That's what I'm picking up. Ooh-wee. Okay, let me get some on your influence. The Six of Pentacles, wanting balance, wanting stability, for sure, wanting equal give and take in your relationships. Pisces, I heard for some of you, I just want what I'm worth, right? Right? I just want it to be fair. For some of you, you could definitely be this could definitely be something about a legal situation. Yeah, the Hermit, yeah. For sure. But there's an energy of giving and equal giving. And Pisces, I do feel like whatever we're talking about here, you're definitely willing to put in your fair share of the work or something because you're the Queen of Wands here. You consciously know that there's something that you're going to have to put energy and effort and be driven and motivated to do. You consciously know that. And I feel like what's influencing you is wanting that balance. Now, Pisces, with the Hermit here, Virgo energy, you could be dealing with someone that's holding back. Again, some of you, this is about waiting for some sort of answers, right? For some of you, this could be a legal situation or something could be being investigated. Or something to that effect. Pisces, for some of you, you could be this Hermit if you've done some deep soul searching, and you're influenced by you're coming into a situation in the energy of with the Six of Pentacles. It has to be fair, right? There has to be equal give and take in something if you're going to be participating in it, right? Let's see what the external influence is for us. What is the external? The King of Cups. Ooh-wee. And I do feel like this is a person. That's the external source. Now, Pisces, the king, yeah, because we are the King and Queen of Cups, but this coming up as an external, this is someone else. I don't know who this King of Cups could be. What's under his strength? It could be a water sign or it could even be a Leo. But there is an external influence with a person. It's coming up as a King of Cups. And strength, for some of you, it has everything to do with something being held back at the moment, right? Or something about refraining from something here. I'm going to do a little clarifying. Give me some for hopes. I'm definitely going to do a little clarifying and find out, get more information about hopes and fears for us. The Ace of Wands. So this is hilarious, right? Because Pisces, here's that spark. This is all fire up into a point, right? Because the first 6 cards I pulled were fire sign cards. Our hopes and fears are the Ace of Wands. And I feel like this is funny because I do feel like we're hoping for this Ace of Wands. We're hoping for this spark. We're hoping for this opportunity. We're hoping for this shot. We're hoping for this shot. But Pisces, for something, but what's funny about it is I feel like we're also fearing it as well. I thought I heard one of my animals or something. I feel like we are, look, Ace of Cups. So Pisces, here's one of my animals. Sounds like my cat. So Pisces, we are hoping and fearing an Ace of Cups and an Ace of Wands. Pisces, this new beginning is here. It sounds like my cat is yakking. That's so weird. We are hoping for this, though. I do feel like there's a little, you know what, Pisces? You know what I feel like, too? Because in the present, because things are changing, because things are going from so chaotic with the Wheel of Fortune, and some things are changing and going in our favor, and they are happening at divine time and not our own time. And Pisces, I feel like that we are a little afraid that the changes that we've been waiting on, the changes that we've been asking for, the opportunity, yes, this with the Queen of Wands here being our conscious, the opportunity that we've been wanting and been waiting on to change. Because I feel like with the Knight of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune, it just feels like something wasn't stable with the Knight of Wands, right? However this goes, because the Knight of Wands is not a stable energy. It's like things are up in the air, and that's changing. The Three of Wands is definitely waiting on our ships to come in, and they're coming in. The problem is I do feel like with this change, I know because in the near future there's going to be a Four of Cups. With this change, there are going to be things that we are discontent or dissatisfied with, right? But I feel like with the hopes and fears being the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Wands, we are getting that. Give me some for the outcome here. Gotta check on my cat in a second. The Nine of Cups. And the card says, best wishes, best wines, best spirits. Pisces, this is us getting what we wish for. And here's the King of Wands. So Pisces, there is going to be some meeting of the mind here, because I feel like our conscious is the Queen. And with the Nine of Cups and the King, I do feel like there is some sort of meeting of the mind here. Because again, the external source was also another king, a King of Cups. So Pisces, I don't know if there's an opportunity that you've been wanting. Pisces, I do feel like I'm getting here. The outcome is us getting what we wished. Getting a collaboration from someone who's on the same page as us with King and Queen of Wands. It's funny with the Four of Cups is the future. It's almost like you can't, I don't know why I'm hearing this saying like, you can't always get everything, right? And Pisces, I feel like in the future, we may be pouting a little bit because we didn't quite get everything we want, but we're getting everything that we wished for. And I do feel like here, I'm looking at, like I said, best wishes, best wine, best spirits. This is us. I do feel like there's someone wishing us well. I feel like there's something about us being in some of the best spirits that we've been in a while. I feel like there's something about someone wishing us well and meaning it. But there is also something about you, the collaborative energy that you've been wishing for. You're getting that from someone. It's that external source. It's probably that King of Cups. This is probably someone who is definitely emotionally yoked with you. Emotionally mature. I don't know. I'm also getting a very protective energy. I'm going to clarify just a few before I get out of here. Take care of your girl with the like, comment, subscribe, share. I'm going to go live, guys. Just bear with me. I want to catch up on all my reads, and then we'll do some live Q&A before I start booking reads again, okay? Things have just been a little up and down, but I'm hoping things are going back up for me. Let me get some on this Knight of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune, what's going on in the present, because it's changing. The energy of things of being chaotic or all over the place and up and down. Yeah, Five of Cups. Look, the Eight of Swords. Yep. Pisces, I do feel like there has been some sort of persistent energy that has been plaguing you. I feel like it's because of the Knight of Wands, right? Because things are and listen, whether this is a person or just situations and circumstances, I feel like with the Five of Cups and the Eight of Swords, this has kept you in your head, right? And it is changing. On this Wheel of Fortune, I can see all the signs here. But again, I'm picking up strong Sagittarius, but there's a big old Ace of Pentacles on this. It is changing, and it's divine timing. It's not your timing. I do feel like the things that you've been wanting, the stability, like whatever this Knight of Wands energy, I feel like you've just been wanting that to be over, right? And it's kind of kept you in your head, and I do feel like that is changing. It is. It's time. That's what I heard. Okay, give me one on the three. I feel like the problem is the Three of Wands is because it's things that we've been waiting. Some of us, I'm hearing like you feel like you've been waiting forever. It's like you've been waiting for your ships to come in. The Magician. Yeah, you just been waiting on a moment to make magic. This magic moment. That's what I'm going to title this video, Pisces. This magic moment. This is the magic moment you've been waiting on. You've been waiting on this opportunity to be this magician. Yes, I'm right. The Ace of Swords. Now, Pisces, whether this is about work or this is about a relationship, I feel like this magic moment is all about you being able to create this magic. But this could definitely be you waiting on an opportunity to have a fresh start with a person too, because the Magician has all the tools in the toolbox. Has the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Wands, and now I'm getting an additional ace with this Ace of Swords. Is telling me yes, you could be dealing with the Virgo or Gemini as well. Give me one for why our conscious is the Queen of Wands. Pisces, we are ready, more than motivated, the Knight of Pentacles, because we are ready to establish that long-term security, stability. And Pisces, I do feel like some of us, relationship-wise, we are motivated to show that loyalty, that longevity, that support. Could be dealing with an earth sign. For sure. Some of you, this is about work. Yep, and here's that Five of Swords under here, and which is I feel like it's getting ready to go into the unconscious for us. Like I said, it does feel like there's a lot of factors with the Five of Swords external to us that we feel like has been preventing, right, this change. Give me one for the unconscious with the Five of Wands. Five of Pentacles. Yep. Look at these fives. Pisces, I feel like there has just been issues. Like I said, I'm looking at 7 people. And it doesn't have to be 7 people dealing with something, dealing with the situation. But I just feel like below the surface, a contributing factor to a lot of this, it has a lot to do with external people external to you. Yep, Three of Pentacles. Yeah, but it's almost like, yeah, even though Three of Pentacles gives me like you have to be able to work with somebody and collab with somebody. And I just feel like these external sources has kind of been what's preventing this collaborative energy, this Three of Pentacles, this building on the foundation you want. Give me one for the Two of Wands in the past, because I feel like you knew what you are. Yeah, the Hermit. Pisces, you could be dealing with the Virgo, but I feel like in the past you may have already done deep soul searching and introspection and made a decision about what you wanted. If this is not about you waiting on a decision to come in, but this magic moment is happening. Eight of Pentacles. I know it. I feel like you're very wise and you know what you want. In the past, you like whatever direction that you were driven, that you've decided that you wanted to go in the past, you've already knew with the Eight of Pentacles that it was worth working on. Now, some of you, this is waiting on someone, right? Waiting on someone to make a decision. Give me one for this Four of Cups in the future, because I do feel like Pisces, the Queen of Swords was under there before. I feel like in the future, it's some sort of energy with the Four of Cups. I feel like you could, there's an energy where you may already have made a head over heart decision on how you're going to deal with the disappointment when it comes up in the future. Six of Cups. Yep. Ten of Wands. Yep. I feel like Pisces in the near future, with the Six of Cups and the Four of Cups and the Ten of Wands being here, Pisces, there's definitely an energy of letting go. Something about no longer being so nostalgic and so, like it's something about not carrying some burdens for others too. Something about like not raising others. I don't want to say it like that, but like, you know, like holding someone's hand and treating someone like children. Some of you may definitely be in a situation where, I don't want to say it like that. I'm going to say it like that. You may be overweighting on someone that you have a lot of love for, right? that you have a past and a history for. You may be saying with the Ten of Wands, it's time to let that burden go. I'm going to hurry up now. Okay, I feel like Six of Pentacles being our influence is pretty explanatory. Let me see what this King of Cups is about for our external influence. He flew right out to Six of Wands. Pisces, I do feel like there is going to be some sort of acknowledgement. Some of you could be something about a promotion here, but with the King of Cups and the Six of Wands being an external influence, you are going to get some sort of acknowledgement, some sort of nudge, some sort of gratitude, some sort of recognition. There's a recognition coming in from someone. Yeah, Two of Swords. You don't see it yet, though. You don't see it yet. There's a magic moment coming, and there's a recognition coming in from someone. It is the magic moment, and it's coming. It's what you've been waiting on in order to manifest some new opportunities here. Give me one for the hopes and fears being the Ace of Wands. I almost feel like, Pisces, you're hoping for your Six of Swords. Pisces, you are hoping to move on. You are. You're hoping for a new beginning. You are. And it's also like the journey into the unknown. So there could be a little bit of fear. Like, I don't know where this is going. I don't know what this is going to take me to. I feel like you, like I said, you hope for it. And you're also a little fearing it a little bit, but not in a bad way. The Queen of Wands, but you're doing it anyway. That's what I heard, Pisces. There is a magic moment here. And I do feel like no matter how much something... I feel like with the Queen of Wands, you are taking some sort of action because you know what you're hoping for. You're also a little afraid, but you're doing it anyway. Yep, you are bringing in some sort of endings here, Pisces. You are. Give me one for this outcome being the Nine of Cups, because I do see you being in some of the best spirits, and I do feel like there's some best wishes here. Give me some for this for Pisces for the outcome, the baby sharks. The Seven of Swords, the Seven of Pentacles. That is so weird. Pisces, you may be keeping some things to yourself. Pisces, you may be feeling really good and you may be getting wish fulfillment, and you may decide with the Seven of Swords to keep it to yourself. You may also not see this coming. You may also not see, because I do feel like there's an element of something that you don't see, something that you've been waiting on with the Seven of Pentacles here that you don't see happening, but the outcome is that it is happening. Give me one more for this. The Nine of Cups and the Seven of Swords for the outcome. Some of you are definitely going to keep your happiness to yourself. Others of you, you don't see this coming. Look, the King of Cups and the Fool. Pisces, there's that person again. You could be dealing with the Aries, or a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. But Pisces, someone is going to take a leap. Someone is going to take a leap. I feel like this is the same King of Cups. There's something here about an acknowledgement, about a recognition, about a new start, a new beginning. Pisces, I don't know. There could also be someone secretly wishing you well on your new beginning. But I do see there's some sort of new beginning. There's some leap happening here. Look, the Chariot, Cancerian energy. Yes, Pisces, there is something about someone taking a leap. And also, Pisces, you may have someone that you're getting ready to collab with. You may not know that someone is taking this leap towards you just yet, but it's what you're wishing for. You may not know it, because I'd have this King of Cups here twice. And I do feel like this is an energy that's acknowledging you, that is emotionally attached to you. I feel like there's a little bit of mystery behind it, but you are collaborating with someone. And I do feel like look, it's coming straight towards you. The Chariot and the Queen of Cups, it's coming directly towards you, Pisces. There's that King. It's someone that you yoke with and you're matched with for sure. Baby sharks, I love y'all. I love y'all. And I thank each and every one of y'all for checking on me. I thank you for trusting me, believing me, supporting me, and allowing me this opportunity. I do hope this read brought you some peace, love, light, and clarity. I will be talking to y'all very soon, and I'm going to be working on privates. Bear with me. I'm going to try to go live later on today and do some Q&A with y'all. I love y'all. Stay beautiful, stay safe, stay high vibing. Bye, Pisces.